So when we look at the 250K, when you saw that and you sent that to me, what was my reaction?
Trying to remember.
Did I freak the fuck out?
Oh yeah, no, nah, nah.
I'm like, welcome to the
What
game,
was
my
it think of?
friend, because that's the game that you're going to play at. And a person that has skill sets is going to go, yo, cool, that's fine. What do we have to do? How much more do we have to make? Going back, what piece of advice would you give to yourself? Like, because you went through the journey of like, man, being dead poor, growing up, not having money, opening a CrossFit gym, going into debt for that, not having any money. Then you had kids, and then we worked together. And it took, obviously success is still ongoing, and we're never at the end. However, the skills that you've developed now and the amount of money that I see flow through and out of the bank account is probably 10 times as much as you've ever had in your life, right? Or ever seen. You know, we have Amex bills of how much Amex bill, bro?
Oh, yeah, $250,000 a pop. Yeah, keeps
Quarter,
rolling.
like, but there's just but the levels that you play at, and I say this because I say that level of pressure, $250,000 just in the Amex bill, credit card bill, that would have squashed you. Like
Mm,
you would have seen that like 5 years ago, and you would have just been like, you would have just frozen.
yeah, absolutely.
Now it's like, yo, it's just it
Mm,
is what it is. Keep producing, keep going, get focused. You want to play a bigger game, you're gonna have bigger responsibilities. Your payroll is gonna be bigger. You have a bigger game. You got more people to feed. Like, so there's just levels to the game. So what advice? Like, I don't know, because you went through from this stage where you were trying to figure shit out while you had kids. How tough was that?
Oh, it's extremely tough, man. I think, like you said, you mentioned the unicorn. I think the unicorn story is me breaking out of this, but what I actually went through is so common. It's what almost everyone does. But being able to get out of the pit, that's the rare case, which very rarely happens. Where, like, if you ask me tomorrow to start HPF with my three kids, the reason, like, it was still hard, but as they, it was stagnated. As one came on board, the pressure came, but I matched it. Pressure came and matched it. Pressure came and matched it, and that in itself was coupled with obviously the mentality that I have that you're aware of and the courage to take those risks and do it is the reason why I'm here and
What do I call you? What's your nickname?
well, you've got a catchphrase. I shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. It always says, like, you shouldn't be here, man.
You shouldn't
What
be
are you
here.
doing?
I said you shouldn't
But
be here. It's fucked. And not a
but
lot
the
of people.
advice,
Bro,
yeah,
I've coached like I probably coached over like 3,000 people. And I'm like going, yeah, there's only a few people that, and a handful that would make it. You're one of them. You shouldn't be
yeah,
here. Why? Because you had kids. That was very difficult. You were in debt. Okay. You had no skills. Like when I first met you, I had no
didn't have
skills.
alignment in my marriage.
Like, you know what I mean? You didn't have alignment with your marriage. We got a name for you, bro. It's called the Accidental Millionaire. Okay.
Accident. That's right. We're gonna write a book, aren't we, one day?
We're gonna write a book. The accident. You shouldn't be here. I didn't say this, bro. You shouldn't be here, but you are here. So, like, the fact that you're here in this realm, what the realm is the realm is you have confidence in your ability to make money, regardless of the situation that you're in, because you have some value and skill sets that you've worked on, that you have some value to offer people that people would pay for. Okay,
Yeah.
most people now, men, they don't have the confidence inside of the valley because they haven't done shit enough or they haven't solved enough problems. I think you've gotten to a point where you go, hey, I solved this problem really well. I have this skill set. I can sell myself. I can provide a service that can sell myself out of any situation, regardless of the debt. So when we look at the 250K, when you saw that and you sent that to me, what was my reaction?
Trying to remember.
Did I freak the fuck out?
Oh yeah, no, nah, nah.
I'm like, welcome to the
What
game,
was it
my
think of?
friend, because that's the game that you're going to play at. And a person that has skill sets is going to go, yo, cool, that's fine. What do we have to do? How much more do we have to make? How much? Like, I'm thinking about how much we have to make. Then the other mindset is for most people is shit. This is so fucked. This is terrifying. This is like, like I would have those bills previously and Kerry would look at them and she would like be so stressed out because she wasn't producing. She was behind me. She didn't have that confidence. She didn't have those skills. And she would look at it and go, fuck, this is insane. How are we going to get out of this? Right? And I'd be like, it's all right, honey. Like, don't worry. We always got it paid. And she was always like to me, Lynn, you know what? Like, after I saw that happen over and over, no matter how much debt there was on the credit card, and no matter, like, you just paid it off. And so
Mm,
she built that just from going scared to then training inside of a pattern in her that Lynn's got it sorted. And I had to back myself because the worst thing that you can do when you have a lot of debt, I know we're going on a tangent, but I think this is important, is for you to get afraid and for you to listen to the outside noise. Okay, so like, you know, anytime you go in debt, if I go into debt and then I'm listening to the outside noise, I'm listening to my teams, I'm like going, cut everything, cut this, cut that, don't do anymore, let's cut spending. I'm like going, how do you think we're going to save our way to pay back this debt? Where's the money going to come from? I'm like, there's only one way out, and it's to go forward, and it's actually to innovate, create new product service, and make more
More
money.
value.
That's the only way. And if you don't like, and that's in that place, you'll realize who has money making skills and who doesn't.
Yeah.
And a lot of your team have no money making skills, which is why they freak the fuck out.
People don't have a savings problem; they have an income problem, man. It's not that like saving. I'm going to save my way to.
Sound like
That's one thing. It's
Cardone,
not that I want to be controversial, but
Alex
that
Cardone.
oh, mate, that well,
But it's very
that
true.
man's an investor. Like I know, and I'm not hacking shit on him, man. But what got him to be successful was not the tricks inside his book. It was the book that he then leveraged to then create brand, and like that's what's taken him to the next level. Not don't buy a $5 cup of coffee
Yeah.
and scream and say.
Well, actually, I actually think about I think about it this way because I had a discussion with Karen. I'm like, yo, hey, like we don't want to be rich, we want to live richly. There's a difference between actually, and I think there's this idea where people have to save their way and fucking be so smart, and it's like, man, the dream when you and I were 18, when we were out clubbing, we were like, we want to get rich because we want to have fun, right? We want to go, we want to go in first class, we want to go to islands, we want to buy what we want, we don't want to think about the price. That was the dream. And somewhere along the way is that we go through all this stuff, and what generally happens, okay, is that we then become boring ass motherfuckers that just save money, but then we still have that poor mindset. I think I had this revelation with Karen. I'm like, hey, like I'd love to make my money and I'd love to spend it too. Okay, I think there are some people out there that love to make money and they want to save it, and they are so frugal in their saving because every piece of dollar that comes back, they're like, oh, I gotta save it. It's like a little game. But what happens is they're not looking at their life. They're not looking at their family. They're not looking at being able to spend for their family. Their family don't see the fruit of all the labor they've put in. Does that make sense? Like, I could have 100 million in the bank account, but if I'm frugal because every time Kerry wants to spend, I'm thinking, oh my God, I could have invested that money. How do you think the dynamics of my relationship with Kerry would be? And I think there's that trap too. There's two extremes, right? There's the extreme where you got the guy on the Ferrari that he shouldn't have because he's making 20 grand a month, but he's using that. And there's the other extreme where you've got the guy that's making a ton of money but doesn't live that way. And it's like, well, what's the point of this? What's the point of having this money? It's just a game. It's a stupid game that benefits nobody except yourself and your own ego. And I think I've started to just fall into the place where I'm okay with going, hey, we need to make more, so whether we need to spend more and we need to have more. And it's been really good because this whole fallacy of, oh, let's save money, and then, you know, by the time we're 50, we'll enjoy it. And I look at the 50-year-olds because I live in Sorrento, right? Retired people that have rich houses in like Melbourne, and then they have got holiday houses here. They come out here, I see retired people, they can't do shit. Like they're not enjoying their life. They're just walking. They're barely walking. What can you enjoy with your life? You know, they've got money, but they're not doing anything with it. And so I didn't want to go down that route where we're making money, we're saving it for a rainy day, because I have that mindset where we can produce. Yes, we're sensible, but at the same time, man, I don't want to be frugal. I don't want to live frugally. I don't want to live like, I don't know. I don't want to think, oh my God, every time we spend money, I should invest it.